Have you ever felt overwhelmed by trying to pick the right idea to create on YouTube or podcast or the next Facebook and Instagram post? That's definitely been something I've been facing a lot lately. I've been away from the creation game for more months than I would care to admit, and I'm working on getting back into a routine and developing some momentum with my creation process. And so today, when I finally got out the camera, I started thinking about what kinds of videos do I want to create, what kind of topics do I want to talk about. And there's a whole process that I went through, just accepting that this is mostly going to be a talking head today, and I might sprinkle in some B-roll here and there if I feel inspired. But instead of feeling like I need to make this really cinematic or this compelling visual experience, I'm just accepted one, today is just going to be a talking head, and that kind of clears the air a little bit of all these other things that I need to do in order to be able to create something, because I think the momentum is really, really important for me. And one of the things that I was journaling about today made me have this huge aha about why I'm resisting creating something, or why I'm resisting deciding on what to create. And let me just read it from my journal and then we'll go from there. So I had a huge list of ideas. So I wrote, "It is natural to feel overwhelmed about trying to pick the right video idea. When you haven't made anything in a while, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to find the right one. But if you keep creating, you can get through many ideas while also learning what you genuinely want to focus on." The thing that prompted that was, seeing these 10, 15 ideas on just these 2 pages alone and overthinking, what do I want to create? What's the most impactful thing? What's what's the right thing for me to make? And this was a process that I was going through for literally over an hour today, just trying to pick, what am I even going to record for today, for this video? And I had to kind of take a step back and think about, if this whole idea for me is trying to get to a space where I'm making videos regularly, whether it's weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, multiple times a week, the cadence and the number actually doesn't matter here. It's just, if I imagine myself being someone that was creating on a regular basis, let's say I was my ideal self for the next 2 years and doing YouTube or doing podcasting or doing whatever creative endeavor it is, whatever that is, I would probably be someone who would be making a video every single week, or I'd be sitting down 2 to 3 times a week to write out some ideas and brainstorm and bullet subsections out and blah blah blah, and titling things, thumbnails, and recording and editing. That would be a normal part of my week, whether it's my full-time thing, part-time thing, just kind of this whimsical whatever side project. Chances are I would just be making a video, publishing it, making a video, publishing it, making a video, publishing it, making a video, publishing it. And if that was the case, and if I knew that I was making a video a week, roughly, that'd be 52 videos that I could record, edit, and publish in a year. And instead of hemming and hawing about finding the right video to work on today, how about I just pick one, I work on it, maybe I get it done sooner than a week, maybe it takes me 2 weeks to get back into the groove of things, but I make a thing, I put it out, and I kind of just leave it on the shelf and I don't really go back to it. Most of the things I make, I just kind of get so much out of the creative process when I'm actually doing it. Sometimes I get something out of it when I post it, maybe there's a connection that I make or some new idea that I have as a result of that, but usually just the creation process is what is so life-moving and life-giving for me. And it's a bonus of, something I share is actually something that resonates with someone else, and then that's something that they can take with them, or there's a part of it that they can absorb or that resonates with them that they can carry forward into their life. And if I think about making 52 videos in a year, or 4 videos this month, if I thought about making that many videos, then theoretically I could get to all 10 to 15 ideas on this list in 2 to 3 months. But that's only going to happen if I can make a video and I can publish it. And even just in the first video or the first few videos that I make, there's a good chance that I will develop my field of focus right now is there's so many things that I could make and I don't know what the right one is, as if there's a right one to even pick in the first place. Once I start making, then it's almost like the field of view, the perspective, the wide angle lens kind of starts to narrow a little bit, and I can kind of see maybe more specific categories that I want to talk about, or more specific ideas that have more energetic weight or more significance to me that I actually want to focus on. So yeah, maybe there's 20, 30 ideas in total that came up today, but maybe only 2 of them actually are ones that I care about. But when I'm in the space of not creating, they all feel really energetically important, or maybe half of them feel important. So if we use 30 for example, maybe only 15 of them actually feel important. Now that I'm creating this video, I'm like, okay, yeah, these 7 don't matter, and this, whatever. And then as I go through, start editing, publish it, make the thumbnail, make the title, start moving on to the second video, maybe I look at that same list and realize that now just in a week's time, maybe only one more video on that list actually is important. And instead of feeling like sitting at the starting line, I have to get through all 15 of these and all 15 are super important. How about I start the race? How about I start running and then figure out like, okay, in this race, I can't go 15 different directions. There's only this one path I want to go. Or maybe it is actually the case that for the next month, I do want to keep working with one video a week of one of those 15 videos. So I feel like the kind of important reminder for myself, and if this resonates for you, you can let me know, that if I just start now, I can get through more of the ideas that I feel like are important, instead of feeling like I have to pick the one right video that is going to make all the difference and work on that today. Which kind of leads me to this whole secondary component that I was thinking about while I was journaling other ideas, is recognizing that some of these things, most of these things, more often than not, do not have the same kind of significance that we expect them to. And there's kind of like two sides of the coin here. What I mean by that is like me doing this video in the grand scheme of my life is barely gonna be a drop in the pond. And at the same time, me doing this video is probably one of the biggest, most important things for me to be doing right now. I say that for myself because I've been in such a state of like stagnancy and restlessness, but not able to like push through the discomfort of, working on something like this. Like it took me like 4 hours today to go from like, I think I kind of want to make a video today, to like kind of moseying through my day. Finally, like the interest in doing the video kept increasing. And so I was like finally able to accept, okay, I'm gonna do a video today. And then I had to like, where's my camera? Where's my lavalier? Where's my phone that I have that's dedicated just for audio? Are the batteries charged? Do I need a light? It's like the whole process. Like, I just wanted to like pick up my camera and just record. And honestly, maybe that would have been even better theoretically for me to do. But all of today so far has been a positive fork in the road. Like normally I take the left path every single day, and now today I finally took the right path. So in terms of significance, it's a pretty big choice to be working on this video for me today. And I know that we all face decisions like this throughout the day, and sometimes it's really minor. It's like something we're gonna eat, a little bit different, maybe it's slightly healthier. And then, now there's people home. One sec. Okay, where was I? The significance of this video in the micro of today is pretty large, but the significance of this video in the macro of my life is pretty small. And that to me is really exciting because now that reduces the amount of pressure and the amount of weight that I feel like I need to pick the right video. But when I think about the significance of this video being very, very low in the grand scheme of things, like the pressure to pick the right one goes down significantly, because I know like theoretically if I'm doing this full-time or part-time and I'm making a weekly video, then I'm just on to the next one next week and just sharing my thoughts, and I'm churning through more of these ideas and I'm getting through more things in my head. And through that process, I start to realize like, okay, I want to focus on this. And this is actually kind of the area that I want to talk about. And I just get better in that process. But having less pressure to pick the right one today, knowing that I have another chance next week and then another chance the week after, gives me some incentive and some encouragement to just get through this video. So bringing this back to the journal entry from earlier, it is natural to feel overwhelmed about trying to pick the right video idea. When you haven't made anything in a while, there's a lot of pressure you put on yourself. But if you keep creating, you can get through many ideas while also learning what you genuinely want to focus on. So the encouragement here is, regardless of how many ideas you have and regardless of trying to find the right one, just go in and be more exploratory and just pick one for today, pick one for this week, or whatever your timetable is for this creative idea or this project you want to work on, knowing that you can theoretically get to everything on your list. You just have to start with one now, and you get to move on to the next one later. And don't even think about trying to figure out what is the second one before you've even finished, let alone started the first one. Just gotta pick something, knowing that if I am to be creative, if I am to be creating things, there's always another one right around the corner.